Okay, here we have the Danelectro DC59. This is a reissue of a guitar which was produced primarily for catalogue sales in America, a catalogue called Sears. So consequently, a bit of a junk shop guitar, if you like, cheap at the time, mass produced. And the time, of course, was 1959, so that's a little over 50 years ago. And this is a reissue of that particular guitar, which stays true to the original specifications. So here we have a little piece of electric guitar history, which is nice. Let's start at the top, as we always do. The machine heads are covered, vintage style. Some specifications say that these are the open 3-in-line things that you normally see on acoustic guitars. This isn't the case in this particular model, so check it out. I'm assuming that the specifications I've read are wrong because of that. The headstock, the Danelectro Coke bottle headstock, very distinctive, as you can see across various Danelectro models. The nut, it's one of my favourite little features of the Danelectro. It's a metal nut, so that does help the distinctive sound of the Danelectro with its single chord pickups. Also nice for tone of slide guitar. Now, the neck itself is made of poplar. Now, this isn't generally considered to be a standard wood for use in guitars, but as I say, this was produced at the end of the 50s for mass production purposes, and cheaper woods were used. There is, I understand, a truss rod in here of aluminium, but there is no access to it that I can make out. The little thing here that looks like a truss rod cover is actually a sticker that says that the thing is fully shielded. So let's move on. The fretboard is rosewood, that's really nice. The neck itself is bolt-on, 21 frets I believe, and dot markers, as you can see, are quite traditional. The body is a cheaply made body, or was cheaply made, again from poplar. The skeleton, the internal parts were made of poplar, and onto this was affixed masonite, which we would probably, the closest thing we have is probably hardboard, and that was put on to form the flat parts of the body. As you can see, there's no shape involved there. It's a flat slab body. It's largely hollow as well, which does kind of help the brightness of the sound. Moving down to the body itself, the pickups are single coils in what have come to be known as lipstick covers, because they look like lipstick tubes. The scratch plate is quite thick, as in vintage specification. A large lump of plastic there, but looks quite sweet, that nice wave shape. Controls, dual concentric. The top volume, the bottom skirt is the tone. So each pickup has one control for tone and volume. The pickup selector is three-way. We'll get to see that there is a slight increase in volume when you engage both pickups, which shouldn't cause a problem under normal circumstances, as long as you're aware of it. Now, the bridge is quite an old piece of technology here. It's basically a flat slab of metal mounted on 3 screws. 2 screws here that go directly into the body are adjustable up and down. They'll bring the bridge up and down for the adjustment of action. The 3rd screw is the one here that holds the whole thing together onto the body. Again, it goes straight into a block of poplar under there, and the strings are held in place with little notches along the back of the bridge. It actually looks like the 6th string here is about to pop out, but that is what you get. That's the technology of this reissue. That is about it as far as the features go. Pickups are adjustable by screws at back, and the only other strange feature of a Danelectro is the tape that runs around the outside edge. And that's an original feature that is on most Danelectro reissues today. I suspect it was put there as a way of maybe even holding the guitar together in the 50s. Now it's largely decorative. It can be taken off, but you do that at your own risk, and certainly you wouldn't send the guitar back to the manufacturer if any damage was apparent underneath that tape. Okay, let's have a listen to the Danelectro. I'll start with the bridge pickup and just play a little bit of blues on some on a slightly overdriven channel. The DC59 has a bit of a more mellow voice than certainly the Danelectro I'm used to, which is the U2. Bridge pickup. Switching to the second pickup, I'll call it the neck pickup, but it is actually situated closer to the middle position than the neck position. And you get that nice mellow mellow feeling there. Putting them both together, you'll notice an increase in volume. Going to the bridge. Which you have to live with, that's the specs. One thing about the original specs, again, is the tone control. You'll notice very little difference until you get right to the end of the range of the knob. That again is specifications. Had to put up with it. If you want to do any tone adjustments, do them at the amp end. So that's on a slightly overdriven channel. Let's give it a cleaner channel, and you'll get the voice of these pickups, which is very brash and trebly. This is the bridge. So you could imagine doing disco, surf, whatever, jazz. It's probably on a clean channel. The combination of the pickups is at its best. So there it is, the Danelectro DC59. If you play rock and roll, surf, indie, and especially blues, this guitar is well worth a look. If you like electric guitars, this guitar is a little beauty to have on your wall. Also, that I haven't demonstrated here, but it is a beautifully voiced guitar for blues slide playing. That's what I use my Danelectro for. And also the lipstick pickups are good enough to be seen as upgrades in other guitars. So don't write off the DC59 just because it's a bit old. That would be cruel, and it would be your loss. Okay.